There comes a time when the person you once risked your life to protect becomes the very person you can no longer recognize. In 1 Samuel 18:20, Michal was the first woman the Bible explicitly says loved David. She loved him before he became king, when he was still the warrior, the fugitive, the man surrounded by danger. But David was not only Saul's enemy. He would become the king who replaced Saul's dynasty. And Michal was caught between them, as Saul's daughter, yet David's wife. When Saul sent men to kill David, Michal warned him, helped him escape through a window, and even deceived her father's messengers to save David's life. The window Michal once used to rescue David would later become a place she would use to judge him. Years passed and Saul gave Michal to Palti to marry. Yet when David eventually demanded her return, Scripture records Palti weeping. The Bible does not tell us what Michal felt, so we must not invent her emotions. But her life had become entangled in love, loss, marriage, politics, kingship, and dynasty. Then came the day the ark entered Jerusalem. David danced before the Lord with all his strength, but Michal watched from her window and despised him in her heart. To her, the king looked undignified before people, but to David, there was only one audience that mattered, his God. He told her, "I was dancing before the Lord." And David declared that he was willing to become even more undignified for God. And there it was. Michal knew and loved David the warrior, but struggled to recognize David the worshiper. Perhaps the tragedy was not simply that she misunderstood his dance, but that familiarity had made her unable to celebrate what God was doing. And that is the warning. Never become so familiar with the vessel that you lose discernment of the God who is using it. David was an imperfect man, but his worship points beyond himself, to Jesus, the greater Son of David, who humbled himself completely before the Father. Some people will love you while you fight their battles, but despise you when you bow before your God. Never exchange God's approval for human applause. Thanks for watching.